Good evening. Today I'm going to be breaking down my Cyber SY110 project on the Code Red cybersecurity breach that took place in November of 2025. So first off, I'm going to just start off with what is Code Red. Code Red is a mass notification system that is used for like weather alerts and like Amber alerts. So like when you get that notification on your phone, it's real loud. That's the Amber Alert, and that's this Code Red mass notification system on your phone. And there's certain other devices that it can be used for, but mostly iPhones and handheld stuff, devices like that. Why is it important? So citizens in America rely on this system for everyday safety. Obviously, like Amber Alerts are very important. Like they produce mass notifications about like if someone's in danger, if you need to be looking out for someone who's on the run, something dangerous like that in your area. Local governments depend on this service, and compromise of this service can lead to the widespread false information. And that's what I'm pretty much going to cover in this presentation, how when a system like this gets compromised, the service is at very big risk of leading people to think that things are happening that aren't happening, and that could be a great threat and danger to our communities and our cities around the USA. So here's how the hackers got in. They used phishing emails to the OnSolve employees would have helped. So pretty much OnSolve is the company that that's in charge of the Code Red, and they use phishing to gather those emails, like gather information on their on who they were trying to attack, and they exploited the people's emails and used it against them. They unpatched the vulnerability in the server that were exposed, and they stole credentials from the people they were trying to steal them from. They could have used social engineering of supported accounts as well. The attack was carried out by a ransomware attack group. I'm pretty sure I didn't put in the slides, but I think it was called like INC Ransom, and I'm like 90% sure they were paid to go through with this attack. The impact of the operation: so dozens of cities lost alerting capabilities. So once it happened, obviously the company in charge, the OnSolve company, had to shut down the service because it had obviously been breached, and they had to the only way that they could take care of it was to shut it down completely. So that delayed storm and emergency warnings throughout the city. Governments forced to use backups, which use valuable resources, and radio, social media, local news were all affected because of the misinformation. Manual emergency notification procedures put into place, and ways we can prevent this from happening in the future. You could set in place mandatory multi-factor authentication for all employees, so there's no easily like breachable things going on. And then strong unique passwords and password manager enforcement. So you can make your passwords a lot more difficult. I mean, there's a lot of different ways that you can go about that. Limiting admin accounts to only those who truly need them. So like you can have people who work in lower branches of the OnSolve network, and you could be limiting access to those people who work lower down and only have access to the people up top that you know are trustworthy and aren't gonna be breached by the attackers. And then last thing you can do is monitor and alerting for unusual login behaviors. And then that's the end of my presentation. I feel like this was good for me to study, especially for my cyber safety study, so that I could be familiar with like better ways to take care of making sure that you're not getting breached. So learning about like ways that attackers got into this certain OnSolve Code Red system, and how I can prevent that from happening, especially in the future with my military career. That's something that I feel like could be definitely helpful, and I'm glad I got to study this one right here. So that's my that's my 5-minute speech on the Code Red breach. Thank you.